Hi, Sneaky Linux back tonight. Now, I was getting a bit bored in the week. I thought, let's do something completely different. Something for a big change. And here we have it. It's a Gobolinux from Brazil. Comes with a KDE desktop, KDE 3.5 actually. And it's rather specifically fast. And it's very, very different under the hood. But on top it looks quite normal. You've got your normal graphics, blah blah blah, you've got your internet, all the use you would see normally on a case interface really. Look, it's easy peasy. So you know it well if you've used KDE before. That's all the same. Nothing much different there really, is there? So what should we do? We'll right click, it's the same, look, KDE. You know, you're used to it. Very, very good. But under the hood it is slightly different, and I'll show you how in a minute. So what we'll do, we'll go down to the K menu again, and we'll go up to the top, and we'll open Firefox up. Opens up pretty fast, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the Gobolinux website, just to explain a little bit more about it, and what it's different about it. So I type in Gobolinux, don't know where they got the name from, I really don't, I hope someone can tell me. Right, Gobolinux. Gobolinux doesn't need a package database because the file system is the database, and I thought, oh, now that is a bit different, isn't it? So, learn more. Yeah, so we click on learn more. There we go. Each program gets its own directory tree. Very, very interesting. I like that. And they've actually set it here to see how it is on here for you, so it's all nice and clear for you to see, which I thought was jolly good of them to explain for us. But as you can see, it's all in alphabetical order as well. So it gives you the tree list, etc, etc, etc. That's the other bit I liked about it. You can actually run multiple versions of a program and be maintained simultaneously. So you can have OpenOffice 3 and OpenOffice 2 if you wanted to, and still run them, whereas normally you couldn't do that. Another good thing. Now, if you're interested, go to the page and have a good look. It tells you plenty about it, and it tells you all the trees here for you. Look. And exactly how it works. Yes, it is compatible with other Linux systems, so you can file share, etc, etc. I'm not going to go too much into it because I've only got so much time on the video. So if you're interested in that, go to the Gobolinux site. So that's the first bit I thought was really interesting. You know, something a bit different. There's no other videos of them about. I did check before I even done this one, just to make sure, you know what I'm saying? So we'll go to the manager. So we double click on there. Unusually, a shell comes out and I thought, hello, 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 what's going on here? So I gave it a little while, and all of a sudden the manager starts downloading all the updates. Very good, a bit slow, but then that's my net, of course. Bloody Xbox 360s, say no more. It's loading the lists, scanning for all the installed programs. Takes a little while, it's not particularly quick on this bit, but maybe it's just the system I'm running it on. I'm only using about 320 RAM for the whole system, so that's quite good really. So I'll open it up for you. There we go. And there you go, look. Everything is alphabetical order. Very unusual, not seen nothing like this before. Some of you may have if you've delved more into this sort of Linux, but I haven't personally. I've more normally kept to the mainstream small distros and the mainstream large distros. But this was completely different, and it's had really no, what should we say, airtime or airplay. Nobody's really pushed it so I can see. But if you look on the list here, you get a list of the outdated application, which in this case would be ElsaLib 1.0.14, but then there's the updated one you can install. Now at the moment there's a lib missing, so that's not very good, is it really? But you also get the recipe. There you go. So on the right hand side also it tells you all about it, and shall I start that one again? Just tells you where you can get it from the Gobolinux recipe store. There you go, and it's a tar. So I'll scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. As you can see, there's quite a few bits in here. Now GIMP's in there, but it's not on the desktop. I was a bit upset about that, but hey, you can't have everything really, can you? You can't have everything, even though we have to try. So we've got libglade here, so if you click on it, on the new package that you can install, it tells you all about it. And all the dependencies it needs. There you go, look. Simple, simple, simple. Now that's quite different, isn't it? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to install that package. So I'm going to click on install. My dependencies. Takes a little while, and you can't expect too much too quick. But considering the amount of RAM I'm running on, it's quite fast, I thought. Is that the last one? Or have we got another one to go? Come on. Oh, another one. GCC. So that's good that it adds all the dependencies for you anyway, if you wanted to use this system. You haven't got to go around getting your own dependencies for it. Okay, very good. So, there you go, look. Now, in theory, that's installed. But I haven't actually checked it yet. I've probably been running it for about 20 minutes. I thought it was rather nice. It runs really, really, really quick. That's all I will say. Considering it's a 670 download, so it took me quite a while to download. But hey, it runs quite quick. Install took about 10 minutes. That's not too bad either. Now, in your internet section, you get all the usual suspects. Look, all there. So if you use to K, it's all there. More applications, what we've got there. Online dictionary, blah, blah, blah. So that's very, very normal for us to see. Under Office, we've only got OpenOffice 2.3, and that's quite an old one. I don't think I've used that for a long while. But anyway, we'll open it up, see if it's any different. I don't think it will be, really, because I'm currently using that 3.0 at the moment on my main system at home. So what we'll do, we'll go up to File, as I would normally do in some other distros, just see where it does actually save to. So we'll go to Save As, click there, and we'll go down to File Type. And it saves to everything we need to, really. Don't need to change anything. But will somebody please tell me if they still use StarCalc? Do we really need to have that in there? Or is it just me that I've never used it, or had to use it in that matter? Yeah, never mind. That's me moaning, sorry. Very good. All works nice. Good, good, good. Go down to the menu one more time, I think. Have a quick more look around before we finish. We ain't got too long, so we'll show you a bit more. We'll go to the KDE Control Center. If any of you have used KDE before, you'll be really, really familiar with this. So it's all the usuals, really. So if we open up Sounds and Systems, you get the bells, notifications, System Administration, you get the usual for Sony Varios, etc. Laptop battery control, it's all there. If you use KDE, as I've said before, this ain't nothing new to you. But if I click on the soundbar, it can't find it. Well, of course it can't, because I've not actually installed it yet, although it is on the main CD. So I might get round to that in a couple of days, I think. So I'm still playing with this because it's quite nice to use, really. It's very, very quick on this system, I must admit. Very, very quick. Booting don't take 25-30 seconds, which is quite good, really, considering there's hardly no RAM. So I'm just showing you a bit more on the menu, really. Nothing too much. But what we will do, go to the system load on the KDE System Guard. Okay, now this shows you your CPU load, your average load, your physical memory usage, and your swap memory usage, which looks a bit different to some other things, but it's the same things you can get in Ubuntu and all the other distros. Now, the thing I didn't like about this particular bit was I'm using quite a bit of my RAM, but I'm actually using new of my swap. Now, on most systems I've been using some swap by now, but I'm not using any at all. So that was one little niggle, I suppose. CPU, not really using hardly anything at all, really, is it? Not at all. And there's my average load. It's nothing, is it, really? Nothing whatsoever. But that's a nice little tool to have to look to see what your system's doing, don't you think? So on the whole, Gobolinux, if you like to play around with things and you want something different to play around with, and you've got a spare machine, say a 1 gig Pentium or 1 gig Celeron or 1 gig Athlon or whatever's 1 gig, and you're about to chuck it away, or it's been in the shed for a couple of years, download this and put it on it. I think that's what you should do. You could play with the file system and how it does everything. Now, for old time's sake, I'm going to open up Conqueror. It's like an old friend that's never gone away. It's never changed. Look, Conqueror opens up. It still looks the same. Lovely. Oh, I've missed you, Conqueror. I really have. Lovely. And that's about it, really. Gobolinux. Go download it. It's a good bit of fun. Sneaky Linux going out to play with his friends. See you later.